Hello, this is Bill McKay, Senior Director of Growth Marketing at Formstack, and a happy customer of, I think, 2 years of Inflection. We moved over to Inflection from Salesforce Marketing Cloud, formerly known as Pardot. We were really struggling with Pardot for numerous reasons. Probably the biggest thing is strategically as a company, we wanted to move towards more of a PLG motion, and we just were not set up to do so. Pardot was really not allowing us to leverage any of the, we have tons of data on our product side that was just kind of untapped and not using the go-to-market stack at all. I believe actually my boss at the time was the CMO. She had heard of you guys. She knew we were struggling with Pardot. She knew that we were looking at things like customer.io, and she said, take a look at these guys. Loved the message was just spot on to what we're trying to do, is essentially customer.io, but for B2B SaaS. Like couldn't be more on point. And yeah, that's how we heard of you. Really what made us consider you guys was exactly as I mentioned before, the focus on PLG, the focus on B2B SaaS as your user really gave me confidence that the tool was being built for exactly what we needed it to do, and aligned with the strategy of the company. So yeah, it was kind of a good timing and good fit. Migration was about as painless as those things can be. I think the main thing we had going for us was the team at Inflection. It wasn't just like a sale and see you later. They were immensely involved in every step of the process, held our hands, helped us work through all the issues. And yeah, I just can't say enough good things about Vic and the team over there, helping us figure everything out and get onboarded. So, I mean, just the main thing was what I'd call like product aware marketing campaigns and nurtures and onboarding and all of that good stuff. I mean, the difference is huge, right? Is the end user, when you get an email from a company you're using or a tool you're using, and it's just the timing is wrong, or they clearly don't understand where you are in the process. Over time that kind of erodes your trust in the tool, or at least doesn't impress you. So it was an unlock for us to take the data that we were taking it on the product side, and be able to use that in our customer and prospect communications. It makes you seem much more personalized to the end user, and honestly, it's more valuable and helpful, right? If you know where they are in the process, the message can just be much more on point and much more timely. I'd say my favorite campaign or set of campaigns all had to do with limits. I guess we could bundle them to something called limits. Just the way our plans work, there are limits to how many users you can have, how many form submissions, how many document merges, and certain things like that. And as a customer was getting close to those limits, they would then have to upgrade. That was really, we had no way of doing good marketing around that. I mean, it'd have to be manual list pulls, which would be small each month, right? So being able to essentially build automated campaigns that these compound on each other, right? You build an automation, you build another automation, that were smart enough to know this customer is getting close to this limit. Let's nudge them towards an upgrade, or at least let them know they're getting close to the limit. And we see just ridiculous engagement with those campaigns, which makes sense, right? They're timely. They show the user we know what their situation is. So those have been great. Yeah, you know, beating a dead horse here, but product awareness, um, just night and day what we had from what we had before. Um, yeah, nothing more to say about that. Yeah, um, I would say you want to get your product and engineering team bought in as soon as possible. There are always things that need to be figured out, as far as how do we get this product data to our go-to-market systems. Um, you may already have systems in place like Segment or something like that that makes it easier. But even then, I still think you want to be aligned with your product and engineering team to know this is how we're going to use this data. Is there other data we might be interested in that they could set up in a certain way? But I would say get that team bought in as soon as you can. I think once they see the value of it, it's an easy thing to get them bought into. Um, and yeah, the other thing I would say is just the Inflection team has been so helpful every step of the way. They listen to us, they take our feedback, they're proactive. Just it really puts us at ease that knowing this team is that engaged with us. Yeah, so the thing I'm looking forward to in 2025 is really expanding on what we've already built. I think there are more opportunities with more and more product data, particularly front end data, that we don't have yet, and that's not an inflection limitation. That is just how we've built things on our product side limitation, and it's something we're working towards. Is how can we track more events in our product that then get sent to inflection that then allow us to build campaigns off of, um, making things more personalized, etc. Um, so yeah, we're excited about that, and engineering's bought in, and we're off to the races.